It's all about people on this edition of UNM News.
And we'll introduce you to women entrepreneurs, a new journalistic generation, and a busy co-ed.
I'm Mariela Hernandez.
And I'm Melody Doskalos. This and more on UNM News.
In the city of Albuquerque, women entrepreneurs are working hard to overcome the gender gap in entrepreneurship and make it easier for fellow women looking to create startups and get involved in running businesses. Kayla Root reports on a local attempt to empower women through an event called Innovate Her. It was sponsored by the Small Business Administration, a national organization that offers support to small businesses.
$1,000 and our first place winner.
Innovate Her is a national competition where participants, both men and women, showcase and pitch innovative ideas. In the last 3 years, the number of women-owned businesses has doubled nationwide. In 2014, there were more than 9.1 million women-owned businesses in the country. This surge in growth has helped to generate nearly $1.5 trillion in revenue for women-owned businesses. Yet, compared to men, women have launched fewer startups. SBA Director John Woosley says that they also need help raising their company's revenues.
In terms of women being entrepreneurs and then being successful as entrepreneurs, you look at the average sales of women-owned small businesses, they're lower than the overall averages. And so, we're really interested in encouraging women as entrepreneurs and also businesses that provide services to women.
Albuquerque's local Innovate Her competition, which took place on November 13th, was sponsored by New Mexico Community Capital, Fat Pipe ABQ, and the Central New Mexico Community College Stimulus Center. The competition judges had 3 criteria, including potential for commercialization and if the product will fill a need in the marketplace. Local entrepreneur and COO of Fat Pipe ABQ, Lisa Adkins, judged the event.
One of the biggest criteria worth 30 points in the application was whether or not what they were doing was socially impactful to women and families.
This year, Acme Baca Malta won first prize for her startup, As Girls Grow, an organization that produces toys that encourage young girls to get involved with math and science.
I graduated from the University of New Mexico with my degree in mechanical engineering, and in my class there were more than 60 people and only 5 of us were women. So it kind of made me upset to see that I was one of very few women and that there's no women out in the field working as engineers, even though jobs in science, technology, engineering, and math, those are increasing. The amount of women filling the positions is not increasing. So I said I need to make a difference. I need to do something about that.
The SBA will enter the first place winner, As Girls Grow, in the National Innovate Her competition in March, which has a grand prize of $70,000. This is Kayla Root reporting. Generation Justice is not named for millennials or Generation Xers who came before them, or even the youngest generation, the Generation Zers or Founders Generation whose members have never known a world without social media. Most New Mexicans have probably heard of Generation Justice, but they probably can't tell you what it is. Here's a hint or two. It's not a generation at all, but an organization, and it's located in Oñate Hall on the UNM campus. Polly Dinetclaw has the story.
A local multimedia project called Generation Justice is celebrating its 10-year anniversary. Generation Justice is a multimedia project that teaches young people how to harness the power of media for social change. This project was founded by Roberta Rael in 2005 as the KUNM Youth Radio Project. It eventually became more than just a weekly 1-hour radio program. By 2010, the youth members of the project were creating videos and writing blogs alongside producing their radio program. This prompted a restructuring and rebranding of the project to Generation Justice. This program has grown to include a fellowship that Christina Rodriguez, a student at the University of New Mexico, was a part of.
I just saw that it was a combination of everything that I'm passionate about, from social justice issues to using equipment and technology to really enhance what journalism is. And as a journalism student, I saw it as an opportunity to get hands-on experience about what I'm passionate about.
This program teaches young people from the ages of 13 and 25 to create media from a social justice frame.
We're looking for analysis. We're looking for the truth.
This project's core values are action, community, youth leadership, empowerment, equity, multiculturalism, and love. They have been nationally recognized for their work by the Roy H. Park School of Communication at Ithaca College and the Native American Journalists Association. For UNM News, I'm Polly Dneklaw.
Most college students think their college years are a busy time, a time that forces them to work on their time management skills. Victoria Schupert reports on BAMD student Juliana Reynolds and how she has time to be in that pre-med program, serve as the president of Kappa Kappa Gamma, and compete as a women's bodybuilder.
Juliana Reynolds may seem like the average busy college student, but she has more on her plate than most people her age. Reynolds is majoring in the University of New Mexico's BAMD program. It offers a challenging 4-year curriculum designed to prepare students for medical school and ultimately to practice medicine in New Mexico.
The BAMD program was started to alleviate the physician shortage in New Mexico. Our state's short about 200 doctors, especially in rural areas. And so with the BAMD program, they were trying to get students to stay in New Mexico to complete their undergrad and medical degrees and hopefully return to those communities that need physician work. So that's a lot of students with cultural ties to areas, geographic ties. A lot of my peers are from small towns in New Mexico, and they're hoping that as doctors we contribute to New Mexico's healthcare.
Reynolds is also the president of Kappa Kappa Gamma sorority, where she is responsible for all 110 of its members, their actions, and anything that happens in their sorority. She says she puts in more than 40 hours a week, overseeing each committee in the chapter and working closely with alumni.
Being president's been a blast. I think I'm a completely different person coming out of being president than I was when I started. It gives you a lot of confidence as a leader. I mean, people, with a sorority, a lot of what you do, people don't really understand, like that we have, a disciplinary board and we run a housing corporation and we have finances. And so you learn a lot of the things that you didn't really know existed in some of these student organizations, so you have a new respect for them. I think that I gained a lot of confidence I didn't have otherwise, and it's been a wonderful experience for me. I think that what I've enjoyed the most is that girls come to you with a lot of different issues and things going on in their lives, and you can be there for them and help them out, and you don't know that they're going through things in any other way. So I think that that's what I've loved most, is I've gotten closer to people in a way that I wouldn't have been able to otherwise.
With the very little free time Reynolds has, she makes it a priority to pursue her dream of becoming a competitive female fitness model.
Well, I started out, I had never been in a gym before like a year ago to work out, and I'd always played sports and kind of missed, when you do like athletic activities, you feel, good about yourself. So I went to the gym for the first time, was totally afraid. Like I was afraid of all the, the dumbbells and the guys, they look so scary. But I went and I just kept going. For some reason, I just kept with it. And it was something that like people wouldn't really expect me to do or me to stick with. But I kept doing it and loved it, enjoyed the way that working out makes you feel. And it's something I can do for myself aside from all the other busy activities that I have. So I just kept going with it and I love it. It's been fun so far.
Reynolds says that if you're passionate about something, go for it. College is the time for having fun and learning from one's mistakes. This is Victoria Schupert reporting.
Wow, that must be challenging. What do you think?
I don't think it would be easy being a bodybuilder. Thank you for joining us today on UNM News.
I'm Mariela Hernandez.
And I'm Melody Doskolos.